everybody, and welcome back to Free Fridays. We do this every Friday. Subscribe below. Join me on Patreon. This is Jason Ricci, and today we're going to be talking about tone. How do you get good tone on harmonica? It's probably a subject that I haven't addressed a lot. It's largely addressed by some other teachers, and I absolutely recommend that you go and check them out. So we're going to be talking about some of the do's and the don'ts of good tone, regardless whether it be lip pursing or tongue blocking. Please check out my video linked below about lip pursing versus tongue blocking. You'll quickly find by watching this video that I am not as strongly as opinionated on this subject as you might think, and the more the years pass, the less opinionated I get on it. So today, we're just going to be talking about how do you get good tone on harmonica regardless of whether you are tongue blocking or lip pursing. Let's just start with the things that are true. The more of your mouth that you can get on the instrument and still get a single tone, the better your sound is. You want this thing crammed in your mouth. Now, when I have a harmonica that I've had for a little while, you'll see an actual lip mark that goes all the way to the back of the cover plate. That just shows you how far I have this thing in my mouth, okay? So, right away, there's a few things you want to do. You want to get as much of this thing in your mouth as you can, and you want to drop that jaw, that lower jaw, way down, like that. And then really, probably most important of all, almost, I don't know, they're all important, but you want to really, really calm and deep and natural breath. The same way that you would breathe if you were just getting into a hot tub, like not too hot, but perfect. It just feels good. It's a nice, just filling up the lungs. We're going to try to get one hole first, right? Sometimes the easiest hole to get when you're working on putting more of the harmonica in your mouth and dropping your jaw, the easiest hole to get is like the one blow or one draw. Because you can hang your lip over the edge of the harp and just... Now, see my videos on vibrato. I have a video called 3 Different Types of Vibrato that addresses that. If I were to do the opposite, if I were to put as little of my mouth on the instrument and keep that jaw up high, really, really purse off of it, and then suck in the air through here instead of through here, like that, I would get this sound, which you could use as a joke, right? But you don't want it, right? What you want is, that's the correct way. That's the wrong way. Let's hear it on the 2-hole. By the way, this is a black and gold A harp, who dat, we dat, all that. So the lower my jaw is, the better, right? I'm lip pursing now. This is one of the reasons the tongue blockers talk so much about why tongue blocking produces good tone. The very nature of the embouchure asks the player to put so much of the harmonica in their mouth. That's tongue blocking. Here's lip pursing. Just going back and forth between the embouchures. Now, of course, they're always going to sound a little different, but that's not the point of today. The point of today is lower your jaw, get as much of this instrument in your mouth as possible, and breathe naturally. Now, there's one other thing that I want to talk to you guys about, which is relaxing your shoulders, right? Now, this is something I have to remind myself to do every time. Even though I've been playing 30 years, I've been on stages all over the world, right? Big gigs and everything. When I played the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right, I had two things going through my head before I walked out in front of 12.5 million viewers, right? The front row was like Patti Smith, right? Like Paul McCartney, Steve Cropper, right? Like that was the front, Miley Cyrus, that was the front row, that Green Day, Bill Withers, Stevie Wonder, that's who I could see sitting in front of me, right? Two things that I had in my mind. Number one, don't trip and fall down. That was number one. Number two was try to relax, Jason. When I'm not playing my best, okay, it's when I'm tense. Sometimes it's because I don't know the song well enough, and you can see it. It's in the shoulders. It's really hard to get tone, good tone, when I'm tensed up like that. Relaxed. I mean, I really can feel how hard it is to do that. But if I just relax my shoulders, relax my body, take a little bit of a breath instead of, I feel much better and I sound better. It just feels easier. Everything feels easier, and when it feels easier, it's more fun. And when it's more fun, the people get into it. And the more fun it is, and the more easier it feels, the bigger and nicer and richer it sounds. So all of that is just from relaxing, right? So much of it is. It doesn't matter how many chops you have. If you only have one lick, right? Oh, there's another thing. So say you're struggling. You're working so hard to get that 2 draw just by itself that you're tensing up, right? Imagine that it's a chord. There is nothing more relaxing, in my life anyway, than picking up a harmonica and playing a big chord. And basically what you want to do is treat that single note the same way you would the chord. Feels so good and so nice. One time I was in jail for like over a year, and when I got out, the first thing I did, they didn't let you have harmonicas in jail. Some prisons do, but the first thing I did was just give myself that big nice chord. Just relax, y'all. That's what it is. So what do? You drop your jaw, you breathe easy, and you get as much of this thing that you can get in your mouth as possible. That's what Adam Gusso told me. Back when I was just a little kid, I went to go see him with Satan and Adam. He was opening up for James Montgomery. He stole the show. It blew me away. A little baby mooncat couldn't believe Mr. Gusso. Couldn't believe what he was doing. And I walked up and I played some stuff for him, and he said, well, you're pretty good, but your tone sucks. That's what he said. He'll deny this. That's what he said to me. And he said, here's what you need to do. Get as much of the harmonica as you can on your mouth, drop your jaw, and breathe easier. I went home and mad and angry and thought, well, who is he to say that to me? And then I tried it. I've been at it ever since. I still have to remind myself every time I get up on stage, every time I get in front of you guys on a video, whether it's here or on Instagram or Facebook, relax, Jay, right? It's just music. It's a beautiful thing. It's a harmonica. Enjoy it. Love it. It loves you back. It's a beautiful thing. Look how cute it is. All right, we'll see you later. Check out the credits. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Free Fridays right here on YouTube. Subscribe today. Click the subscribe button for hundreds of free harmonica lessons. If you like what I'm putting down and you'd like to support the cause, go the extra mile, be sure to visit my Patreon page. Patreon patrons, thank you very much. You're making these lessons an absolute priority in my life. No matter how busy I get, a free lesson happens every Friday. For as low as $1 a month, that's 25 cents a lesson, you can become a Patreon patron. If you're doing a little better and you can donate more, that's great. Every time you become a Patreon patron, you're helping somebody else out there that doesn't have a credit card, that doesn't have $1 a month, to continue to get free harmonica instruction and much, much more. Remember, we got product reviews here on this channel. We do videos on addiction and bipolar disorder. We got blues stories. We got performance videos and everything right here on Jason Ricci's YouTube. Subscribe today. I'd like to thank Hohner Harmonicas, and I'd like to thank Blue Moon Harmonicas, making custom parts for any harmonica that you might have at home. Blue Moon has got you. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, pedals, amplifiers, microphones, you name it, much more. Right here out of Louisiana, the Lone Wolf Blues Company is bringing you the best in customer service for almost any kind of amplified blues harmonica needs that you may have. Speaking of amplifiers, Harp Gear amplifiers, check them out. The very best Harp Gear, right out of Ocala, Florida. I got a website, www.mooncat.org. Check me out on mooncat.org. I got tour dates happening all over the place. I'm going all over the country this year, playing tour dates with J.J. Appleton, with Damon Fowler, with J.P. Soares, with my own band, with Joe Crown, all kinds of people. www.mooncat.org. T-shirts, lesson information, all of that. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We do this every single Friday, and then every now and then I throw you some more stuff right here at Jason Ricci's YouTube. A Mooncat, love and appreciate all y'all. Thank you.